Hello everyone, this is DavidViadel23 and welcome to the Mandrago's Cave. Today we are gonna be drawing Killingham, the God Knights from One Piece, and one of the newest characters shown in the series. Okay, I wanna be talking about One Piece 1143 today. We have this space, more or less, to work, more or less, here. We're gonna be drawing him in the middle. As we know, Killingham is this type of Asian creature. I think it's called a killing or a chilling, and basically it is like a dragon-looking shape type of horse originally, and Oda obviously in his greatness of creating character designs, he made this very funny caricature that reminds me, I don't know why, a lot to Goofy in Disney. Okay, I want to be talking about Killingham. In general, we guessed right a couple of things about him in one of my previous videos. We were wrong about something else as well, or maybe it's not 100% confirmed, but I think with 1143 it confirms that we weren't actually right in that aspect. And talking a little bit about Sommers as well, talking a little bit about everyone more or less coming out in this episode. 1143 came out a couple of days ago, and obviously a lot of people may have been talking about it already a lot, and I just wanna share my thoughts, okay, regarding this episode. So we have a nice cover with the flying fish riders mounts that they have in the Shabondi archipelago, and I love it. I love the design. I love how powerful it is. The concept of the race and everything. And funnily enough, there is a text on the side saying "speed is the weapon." I have the video about Kizaru that I'm gonna put here on the side. In that video about Kizaru, that is from Egghead, when we were in Egghead, I'm talking about him not siding with Saturn. Some of the things are left unanswered when we are talking about the Egghead saga, when we are talking about who helped Luffy and everything. Oda in a SBS revealed that this was done at the speed of light, and in that video, I specifically explained that Kizaru was the one, before this release was explained, Kizaru was the one who helped Luffy, and he was gonna betray or not help Saturn as he should have, okay? On the side of that, I always thought that his story is not finished, Sentomaru escaped and everything, and we need to see his story coming to a decision. Some very strong things happen to him in that saga, and we need to see basically how he's gonna be behaving going forward. Something like Kusan Aokichi has done. I wouldn't discard it. I wouldn't discard him being a little bit more reckless or a little bit more involved in whatever is happening in the world, not siding with the government. His unclear justice may change and be a little bit more clear, I would say, soon. But that is not exactly the topic of this video, because we are talking about the full episode. I just wanted to note this as a side comment, because the cover and this nice lettering there on the side of the cover, and as well a lot of vibes with this color spread with the Shabondi saga, Flying Fish Riders. They may come, or we may see them a little bit for something. Maybe it will be nice to see Duval and everything. All of the Straw Hats look very, F1 driving. You know that recently, last week or 2 weeks ago, we started the F1 as well competition this year. So I guess maybe because of that, Oda is kind of, pushing a little bit this topic as well. But all of them look a little bit like Sanji's suit for the Germa, and I love it. It's very nice and very beautiful. I have some of the color walk compendiums, like I have the purple, the yellow, the purple, the green, and the blue. I think there is one more that I'm missing that at some point I will get, but this is one of those drawings that he will put there in another compendium when he releases a new compendium, and I will get it at some point. That is very nice. So let's dig into the episode. Okay, we start 1143 called God's Knights. Okay, so we are gonna get already by the title a little bit more of info on these guys. Okay, basically, we see the town, some of the monsters around, Saul running and everything, and Saul is trying to call the kids, trying to wake them up. We have a little bit of argument or comment with, Robin is there, Chopper is there. They are kind of telling Saul, be careful, do not touch them, because the other guy, the other teacher that he said to us, be careful, don't touch them, because there is something wrong going on with them. In my previous episode, when I introduced the Shamrock idea, Shonks for us, and Gunko as well, that I'm going to be putting here, basically I talk about the powers of these guys are too top. Okay, I think I think at that point that Killingham is making them asleep and is awakening these monsters by using Imu's power, like a catalyst, using her power to pump these monsters, these creatures, these beasts, these magical beings created from fear and from dreams outside into the real realm. Okay. Because I explained in that video that if that was him, this guy, he would be too powerful, and his fruit will be too strong power up for that. And how are we gonna defeat this guy? Okay, so in today's episode, later in a bit we will go into that, but we see that is him. So that one we didn't guess correctly. I didn't guess that one correctly, but the concept of other things happening in the story, yes. Okay, so regardless to the danger, Saul wants to grab them, to throw them to the town, to save them, like with brute force, like just grab them and take them out of that situation. And he's already, Robin is already making him aware that this is not gonna work, because the other guy has already tried, but he's gonna try anyway. I guess in that moment when you are desperate of doing something, and in a situation so dire like this, you don't know what are you gonna do, and the impulse and the the moment is more powerful than the mind, let's say, in that moment. And so we see that he tries to take the first kid walking, the little girl, and then like some sort of a spiral with spikes, like thorns, come out like invisible, like an invisible protection around the kid. We see, and we got it right, we see, and we say in that previous episode that I put there about Shamrock, that we may see Sommers having some sort of roses or rose bush power, maybe like making a labyrinth, maybe making something related to roses, because the design of the sword. And we got confirmation here, actually, only by seeing this image. Straight away, as soon as I seen it, I thought, okay, so we got this one right. This guy is related to the flowers, to the roses and everything, and we will see more things like this for the game. Okay, a lot of people was speculating online that his power may be the monsters, and Killingham was only the sleepwalking. But it wasn't the case. Okay, that wasn't the case. Let's do this and this. I want to actually speed up a little bit the drawing, making the drawing very loose, because as I said, it is a very, very goofy character, and I like it. I like it. This is one of those quirky characters that Oda will create every now and then, that for me end up becoming my favorites, because it is so weird that it calls my attention, and yeah. So let's do these decorations. We are doing the arm here. He has some sort of God's Knight symbol here on the arm as well. Okay. I want you to ask any kind of question as well that you may have about One Piece, about this character, about any other characters as well. Normally I talk about one topic, and that's it. But I want to invite you as well to the channel and to basically comment and open conversation, ask questions, even if it is not even related to this, guys, and yeah, let's talk about One Piece and create a little bit of community and conversation here going on, because I enjoy it a lot. Okay, I don't have any problem answering any kind of question, or if there is a topic that I know and you may be a little bit dubious about, I don't know what's happening with this guy or where is this other guy, we can open conversation. Okay, just kind of a comment I wanted to say there on the side, on the episode. So the thorns pinch Saul. Saul falls in pain on the floor, is very wounded, the hand is bad, is wounded, and you know, we have a report from Agni saying that you know, all the kids fell asleep, so all those, that means that these kids are gonna anytime gonna wake up as well, stand up as well, and sleepwalk out of the area. They are basically starting to report to everyone in the town there, well, we think it's one town so far, but they are starting to report like something is going on, the kids are behaving like this, there are monsters everywhere, we are having these problems. Okay, and the giants obviously are worried, they don't know what's happening, some of their kids are there and everything, and they are starting to get uneasy about the situation. So probably in couple of episodes, maybe I would say, we're gonna start seeing all the giants involved and moving towards whatever is gonna be happening with these guys. Okay, probably to fight already. We want to see them fighting anyway as well. We want to see them in movement and fighting, and it will make sense that we have a little bit of show off from the God Knights first, that maybe a wave of giants like Dory, Brogy, Oimo, Karshi, etc., they kind of go where they are in an stampede, and they start taking them out in mass, that they are basically useless against the enemy, I would say. I think we need a show-off of power. After seeing the monsters, after seeing how powerful they are, after having the reputation with Dragon and everything, saying, ooh, we need to wait to move until we do something with the God's Knights and everything, it will make sense that there is like some sort of show-off from their end first. Okay? At the same time, we have this kind of new type of Dendenmushi called Telediction snail, something like that, that I think is basically like a giant Dendenmushi, like the TV ones that they have, and it's kind of amplifying the signal for everyone. Like, you know, if you have lived in a small town, sometimes they had these kind of speakers across the, let's say, in a town of 2,000, 3,000 people, sometimes I've seen, and I've seen these speakers that when there are some news or important things, they can call everyone from there. Like, you know, before as well in medieval times, and not even in that medieval times, not even that far in time, but they used to through the church bells. They used to call everyone to do a specific thing, like one bell will mean this, another bell or two gongs will mean intruders and things like that. There's always been like ways of communicating like that, and yeah, let's do the cape is falling. Is drawn. This is his introduction drawing, okay, and he's drawn very, very funnily and very, very goofy. So I expect maybe this guy may be Usopp's work. Maybe Usopp and Chopper, or only Usopp needs to take care of. I want Usopp to take care of everyone because it's kind of like his saga. But because his character design, Usopp always kind of takes care of the most funny looking, I would say, and the most kind of maybe innocent they may look, or more nice. Like this guy looks like a nice guy at the moment, even if he's on the bad side, he looks like a good guy. And let's do Well, I'm not saying this randomly either, because what I kind of push a lot in this channel is that the color of the awakening is very important. I think the white awakening, as I'm drawing this Hagoromo now, the white awakening, I think, is for good guys, and I'm gonna put a video about that here that I have with the awakenings and everything. And basically, the black one is the one like Ruchi has, that awakens when you are bad. Like Imu, the Gorusei, all of these guys are black, and this black Hagoromo, and this one has white, like Yamato, like Luffy. So we need to see how Oda is gonna treat that, and how Oda is gonna define the colors. I wanna see as well in the animation if Oda gave some specific instructions for this Hagoromo to be not white, and maybe is yellow, blue, I don't know, maybe is connected to the fruit. This guy seems to be the whole time in awakened form, so I don't know why is that either. So, but I wanna kind of keep my concept of this guy is gonna be good because, or maybe end up being good or helping them at the very end because the different color, okay? And feel free to share your opinion about this as well, because it's a big topic in One Piece, a topic that we don't have any kind of information yet, any kind of response yet, and it can be very interesting to you know, debate a little bit, okay? So, as I said, this big snail is kind of telling everyone, you know, Jinbei knows now, Nami, Brook, all of them know. They are even seeing that one of the branches is on fire, completely on fire, and the kids are actually going that direction. There is this, you know, group of guys, group of giants that we discussed as well in one of the previous videos, and we see old man Jarul, that I think is bad. I'm gonna put it here why he's bad. With a group of giants, with Usopp, they are drunk, joking, blah blah blah, etc. And straight away we see how they dispatch. I'm gonna move already into the 0.2. Straight away we see how they dispatch basically fire brigade type of ship, type of boat to go and assist with the fire. And as soon as they are moving in, very excited and everything, a kind of giant skeleton, is one of the monsters, comes out of the forest and basically tips the ship, destroys the ship, and makes them crash, basically. In one of my previous videos that I'm gonna put here as well, I'm basically explaining how I think, well, it's basically in the previous video that I put before, but maybe I don't put it there on the site. But you can find all of them in the show more section as well. What I see with this, what is happening is that all these monsters, giant monsters, remind me a lot to the Straw Hats, with this guy, for example, being Brook, the other guy being Luffy, and even having Loki as well involved in all of these. So I think they are Oda is kind of preparing us for Titanomachy, like in the Greek Titanomachy and everything, like the fight against Kronos, the Titans and everything, with the Ragnarok. So all of these monsters that the kids are scared are basically Luffy and company, and they are gonna be seeing them, being scared about them, but at the same time, obviously, we are good guys, and we are gonna be helping Elbaf, even if the result of the things means destruction, like it happened in Gyojin Island a little bit, okay? So I think the face is looking nice so far. I wanna do some bits in black, because you know, guys, that I always love this kind of black design for the God's Knights, and maybe some types of blue killings or chillings, like these kind of creatures. I think they are represented with grays, with blues, with greens, with some kind of watery colors, because I think it belongs it represents like a water dragon type of creature, and probably we're gonna be using those. Let me see. It's looking good so far. I'm gonna just move it a little bit here, yeah, to make sure that we are in there. It's looking nice, I would say. I like it so far, and I think these kind of powers are gonna be matching, as I said, the Straw Hats. All the giants obviously are very surprised with what is happening, the attack that is happening and everything. This is unnatural even for them. We don't see these kind of monsters, not even in Elbaf. Okay. I wanna make sure. Just I'm trying to think how to do this bit first. 1 second. Give me 1 second there to I don't wanna make this upside down, so at least I can. These very random lines to create this effect, like this mane that the Killingham has, or Killingham has, and this is like this. Okay. Probably I will paint it this area. I think I want to paint it in black. Yes. I'm gonna try to find in the meantime. I think maybe we can, because how it's a very messy character, it has many lines. It may be clever to just add some details as we go like this, okay? Some fillers as we go like this, and then I can continue with the Hagoromo here on the side like this, you see, to make like a full cloud, like this and like this. Okay. So straight away we see Sommers, and Sommers is, laughing, joking, like, oh, the giants, oh, look at this, look at that. So we have the reveal that he is the guy using basically these passion thorns that he calls it like that, passion thorns, and he looks like a very sadistic person, and I don't have clear if this is his sword or this is his arm, what is showing, like the Thorn-Thorn fruit, like a briar man. But I guess we will see as the battle and the fight evolves now soon. We will see what's gonna happen with that. Okay, I think I would say it's more related to the sword. The sword is the one, like Spandam sword, doing the bits and pieces here, not him. But in the box, in the definition box, is explaining that he is a briar man, Thorn-Thorn fruit. So maybe it's even him. I don't know. I'm not sure about that, but we will see. So there is like a funny situation, conversation there, that talking about love, talking about how pathetic he is, like Gunko is very serious. He's kind of explaining how, what route the kids are going to be taking, because the fire, etc. Let's do this middle bit here, and then like this bit, and this one here on the side as well. Gunko, I say in some of my previous videos as well, that it's giving me vibes that I don't like. It's giving me vibes of extremist, radical, very, very unpleasant person, and I think we are gonna have trouble with her. I think we are gonna have to face her at some point, but basically it's not gonna be an easy character to defeat, I would say, or to face, I would say, because how nasty comments and kind of personal issues she may have against Nika. I kind of smell that in her character in the story, and I'm not liking it much. Not that I don't like it, but that I don't like how that may end up. Okay, so she may be putting in jeopardy the situation and putting someone in a very dangerous place, like, I don't know, Usopp, Chopper, Sanji, because, being a girl, Sanji is quite vulnerable there, and obviously I don't think not anyone is gonna die or anything from the main group. I think all of them will 100% survive until the very end of the story, but it makes me a little bit weird to see how Gunko is behaving, I would say. Okay, let's do the hand 1 second here. Turn all the fingers there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. I want to know your opinion about Gunko as well. If you can put it down there in the show more section, and we can open a discussion about what is going to be happening there, and And yeah, because I think she's very controversial as well in the ways that she's doing the things and she's planning the things, and kind of looks like she's taking it personal, okay? Sommers and Killingham, they keep talking and everything, and we have there what we said at the beginning, the Killingham reveal power. He wants salt for his food, and he asked Sommers for some of it. So that means that Sommers is going to be thinking, imagining salt in his mind. You want salt? And then we see this kind of beam, like the Noro beam from Foxy. Again, a reminder of Foxy. Foxy comes from a Terrorvito family. I'm going to put it here. He's Saint Foxy, 100%. And we have this kind of Noro beam that puts him to sleep, and at the same time, through this kind of cloud of thought, cloud of dream, Killingham is able to take out the salt, because he has, as confirmed, mythical dragon fruit, actually dragon fruit, model killing. This is a dream materializing man. Doesn't mean that it's nightmares only, dreams only, everything in general, okay? So this guy is very powerful, is very dangerous, and we need to take him out as soon as possible, and he is gonna be trouble. And apart from these monsters that they are gonna show up, he may awaken some of the fears of the Straw Hats, specifically Usopp. It can be very interesting with Usopp, because Usopp is the person who is more connected to fear. Apart from Nami, for example, or Chopper, for example, the weakling trio that it's always been called. Usopp is the one who struggles with this, has his character created all the time around this, and may have a better, let's say, level up if he's able to face this guy and defeat him, defeat his fears, become a great warrior of the seas, and in front of everyone, okay? Let's do this Hagoromo side as well on the other side. This is very kind of a cloud. This is typical from the deities in Asian culture, in Japanese, Chinese culture. They have this kind of aura around them. Let's do, this is like this. It's kind of a handkerchief or something there on the neck, like Sabo. A lot of connections with the design of the outfits with the Revolutionary Army all the time. So it is kind of quite easily remarked that these guys need to face them, and they are the reason of the Revolutionary Army holding for so long is basically to fight these guys, not only just for a show off or something like that, okay? This some new hairs here, okay? So yeah, basically they are joking there. This salt thing explanation about the power of Killingham happens, and is basically joking the ability to pull demons out of the dreams and out of the head, and yeah, they keep talking, like we see like a more childish Gunko at this moment, something that it doesn't fit in the character. And here again, more and more I see Koala. I see Koala in her, and that I have there the Gunko video with Koala, and I put it already before, and you have it in the show more section. I think she is a clone from Koala. She was experimented and she is a clone, and you see this kind of shiny face that Koala does when she is a slave and she's saved by the Fisher Tiger team, the Fisher Tiger crew, and basically this kind of funny gag that she has, but it's from frustration, and it's from being a slave, that, oh, I will clean this, and the face is shining, oh, I will do that, and the face is shining again. And Oda has made this out of the blue, out of the scene, completely out of place, and it is because now, more than ever, I think 100% this girl is a clone of Koala, and the gag is the same that they have, okay? Conversation keeps happening, okay? Conversation keeps happening there. The guys are talking about, oh, how easy is this game? They basically not enjoying it much, and they wanted they want to come back to Morejua. They are talking there and everything, but then we have obviously the return of Gunko's seriousness and the return of her kind of drama there. basically smelling the situation is gonna be getting difficult, and they are gonna have trouble. This doesn't mean the Giants. This means Luffy. Luffy and company, probably now Jinbei, if Jinbei heard all of this, Jinbei may approach, Nami may approach, Brook may approach, and they can start giving them a little bit of trouble. I just want to fill these gaps here. Cleverly, Oda has separated the group as usual to have some of the guys face the enemies and realize that they are not match for them, they are not strong enough for them, and they need to do something else. And we have Robin there as well, that can transform and can fight, and we can have a very interesting fight, and she can win or even defeat one. We have Chopper there as well and everything, and I think Gunko knows already that they are gonna be showing up sooner than later, because we have the knowledge. Straight away she says, oh, there is an emperor in the village, Luffy's in Elbaf. I have seen the ship outside, docked on the anchored outside on the sea. So the kids keep walking, going straight on the branch. Fire is going crazy there, and then we jumped into the other group of people, as I was saying now, and we see Loki being outside of himself. We see that all the electricity and everything, it's happening within the hammer. So I will not discard, and I mentioned it as well in the previous videos, I will not discard the idea of Loki needs to have a fruit, yes, because he says that he took his father's fruit, that is the treasure of Elbaf, that in theory is the Nika's fruit. But it can be true because Luffy has that one. So the thing is, I think there is going to be a fruit as well within the hammer. The hammer is connected to electricity. I think I put it in one of my posts as well last week. I think Enel is coming back soon. I think that hammer has some sort of electrical magnetism type of power, similar to what Kid has or something like that, and Loki is gonna use Enel to swing around with the hammer, and the electricity that Enel is creating is gonna be being pulled with that. So I want to know your opinion about that as well. It can be something very funny, very nice, and interesting. I want to see Enel powerless against someone else that is not Luffy, and kind of bringing his tone a little bit down and understanding that, okay, you thought you were a god there, then you encounter Luffy, and then you thought you were a god as well later on, and then you have Loki using you, and even you have Nami with the power of Zeus maybe canalizing and redirecting his power, because we see Nami doing this already in the Skype Island, and we see this moment, for example, when Enel is trying to attack the group, or Nami, or Loki, or everyone, and then Nami throws Enel himself to Loki, and Loki grabs the hammer, canalizes, is channeling the energy in the hammer, and throws him back to somewhere else. That can be very nice. That can be a funny thing. We will have this Enel face that it's a gag nowadays already in the One Piece community and in the One Piece story, and we will see him doing that face again. That will break the internet. Everyone will be laughing a lot, and we will be talking about it for ages if something like that happens. Because Enel is a big character in the series at the end of the day, and we wanna see how other characters can manage him as well, okay? No someone at the level of Zorro, but probably someone at the level of Nami. It can be interesting. Or a show-off as well for Loki. It can be nice as well. I would love to see that, okay? Let's do these lines that Oda always does. Like in manga, they do this kind of foreshadowing for decoration around like this, to create a little bit of this sense, these shapes. And some more here as well. And we're going to jump into color in a second, okay? So all the giants want to attack Loki. Loki is charging the hammer, and they are arguing. Sanji is asking, who the heck is this guy? And they see there is we have like a mini flashback coming in a second. So Jarundin is kind of being patient. He's kind of trying to hold Loki as well and everything, but Luffy said he will take charge. Luffy said he will take charge, and I think he should take charge. Let's start adding some color there. So we see that they are trying to stop Jarondin and everything of attacking or doing anything there and everything, and straight away, I don't think it's even a punch, I don't think it's even touching him. Luffy basically inflates his arm, like that's like gear 3rd, okay, against Loki, that Loki is actually super strong. So we have this attack, that is not an attack, I will say, and Loki falls on the floor. Falls very weak, very almost dying. Zorro says a couple of times in this episode, in the previous one, in all the episodes basically, Zorro is saying this guy is done for, this guy is very damaged, this guy needs a doctor, and this is what we see at the moment. Without even touching him, he falls, and I think that is a way of Oda telling us that he is taking him out of commission for a little bit, and like Gaban, and I'll see you later at the end of the story. I'll see you later at the end of Elbaf, doing some sort of nice things at the end, but not right now, okay? This, I'm gonna leave it white, because this is the Hagoromo. It may look like a little bit messy now, but I am, in my mind, picturing this in my mind, how should it look. Like this is his kind of decoration, this kind of mane, this on his chest as well, and then he has a tail, very long tail here as well, that goes out to the back, behind the Hagoromo. The Hagoromo goes here on the side, okay? Something like this, I think, is how I feel it. I want to add some greens. I have this, I don't know why, I think I imagine him with blues, with greens, like color of a river, color of sea, something like that. It can be interesting like this. So Loki is down, they are talking about it, and the Luffy is asking for help. So Luffy wants him to be safe, to be healed, and later he can take care of him. There is something going on weird with Luffy's face drawing. I don't know why. Maybe he's in distress, or maybe Oda wasn't having a very good day in that moment, or maybe one of the assistants has drawn this face, because it's a very off face of Luffy. But anyway, Luffy. Because Luffy, we need to remember that he's the boss of the Grand Fleet, and Jarondin belongs to that fleet. So Luffy, that is the captain, unwillingly captain of that fleet. He's asking Jarondin, that is the captain of the giant pirates, please help him, and later I will take care of him. You see him reluctant. His face is reluctant. He doesn't want to help, but as we can see, Gert is kind of taking care of him, is kind of doing some blood transfusion there and everything, and I want to do some yellow as well, like gold. I don't know why. This kind of, this gives me magical vibes. I don't know why. So let's add kind of some magical kind of design to him like this. Like yellows, like greens, like blues, I don't know. It gives me these vibes, okay? So let's just fill the space with these tones, and let's see when the anime is released how is he gonna look, the color, how is he gonna look, okay? Gold, I don't know why, but I think this may be gold. All of this gold, okay? So Gert basically explains that it's gonna take ages for him to recover, to be just normal. But we already know One Piece, and we already know the characters that are strong, like Luffy. That, like for example in Impel Down, that Luffy just needed to eat to recover, like Zorro needs to drink to recover, or you know, and very straightforward. We have them again on their feet. I think this is what's going to happen. Oda is kind of showcasing the whole time how strong this guy is, or this guy may be, and one of these things is recovering time, and recovering way as well, okay? And the way that he's going to be recovering, how is he going to be recovering? Maybe by drinking, maybe by eating, maybe by, I don't know, being charged with thunder or something like that. I don't know, but all of these big guys, big names in the One Piece have this kind of weirdness within them that yeah, just Brook by drinking milk, he's recharged. Luffy by eating food, he's recharged. Zoro by drinking booze is recharged. So something like this may happen as well with Loki, and we are definitely not gonna be waiting months to see him back on his feet and fighting and kicking. Okay. So they are talking there around Loki and everything, and we see kind of a little bit of understanding of Luffy about the horns. It's revealed that the father had the same horns. We already know because the picture, but we haven't seen him with an image, and an image is shown through Gerondine memories. He has a picture of his father, like his father is the Satan, the demon itself, and you know, the pointy horns, the pointy beard, the pointy cloak, everything. And it's kind of designed in a way that it's surrounding them. It's saying that you are my precious sons, I want you to get along. Kind of good discourse, good things. More and more, as I explained in my Jarul, is absolutely deeply corrupted. More and more I think this guy is connected to Imu, Satan Imu, and was imbued even with his power, with Imu's power or her power. And whatever that happened in Elbaf has been touched by Imu's making. So everything is done there because of her, and I don't think that's gonna be something that we are gonna discover very late in the story. Okay. So I wanna add some darkness here to the suit, okay, to this kind of uniform that they wear. He looks bad, to be honest. I'm just, you know, thinking about it, and he looks very bad in that drawing, like a very, very bad guy. And yeah, we see this kind of connection of Harundin and Loki, the two brothers. Harundin, as you remember, is the older brother, but from another woman, a woman that was, like you say in Harry Potter, like dirty blood. So she's not pure blood giant, and so Loki is extremely strong, and he's kind of showcasing that, mocking his brother, like, oh my God, you're ashamed to be. I'm ashamed to have you as a little brother. You should be stronger. It's impossible. That's how weakling you are. You know, it's kind of making his life a little bit difficult, a little bit uncomfortable, and obviously, Harundin or Jarundin has created a little bit of tension there, and has his own personal hate against the brother, we will say, like in many situations in many families happens. Okay, and obviously we have the scene where he's holding his axe. He's gonna cut his head. He's gonna attack him and cut his head. And they are the other giants, the friends, the nakama. They are holding him, and he can't forgive his brother. He says, "You killed the father, you insulted my mother," and they're arguing about this, and there is tension there, and obviously it had to happen, as predicted here in the channel. It had to happen. Loki says, well, are you for real? After all the things that you know about me, do you actually think, like everyone, like all the rest, do you think that I killed our father? So we have the episode finishing there. The face of Jarundin is like a painting, is like a map, like he doesn't know what to say. He's like kind of out of his depth in this moment. I think Jarundin was moved by hatred towards the brother, and kind of a hatred as well towards the concept of him not being let's say pure blood, or not being the proper, the first born son in proper circumstances, so he could be king as well. I think there is like a darkness in Jarundin there because of this, and he didn't want to believe. I think he knew that the brother wouldn't kill the father. They need to show a mini flashback that they actually have good relationship. On top of being fighting or Loki being strong, they need to have some sort of brotherhood there, because in this mini flashback we only see hate, and that is not typical of Oda to make in his story only hate. Okay, so you need to see the duality and how ambiguous a character can be. But basically we see this in him, and he's like, you don't buy I've done all these things that they said, no? And basically in the Jarul is corrupted video, what I'm explaining there basically is, just to summarize that, if you don't have time to watch that video, or if you just want to have like a basic notion of what I'm trying to explain here. What I say is that because of Imu's involvement with Jarul and with the king, for corrupting them, to corrupt them and everything, we see how all of this was a plot. All of this was a plot to take over Elbaf. All of this was a plot. The king wanted to be good, but was corrupted. I think was corrupted like Trevor was corrupting Doflamingo even more, and this happened with Jarul corrupting the king because of Imu, and the country trying to be manipulated. I think Loki, being a little bit older, obviously, like that was 14 years ago, I think, something like that, 10, 14 years ago, Loki realizing of what was happening, he obviously tried to stop them, but to not taint the honor of his father. He took the blame, and he ended up being captured at the very end, you know, with the involvement of Shanks and everything. He was tied to the tree. He played his cards. He played his role of a misfit, of a Loki, god of mischief, as a Loki, the trickster, like in Norse mythology, in reality, okay? He played his role like that, he took the blame, and that's the reason why he was in prison. But I said, since day one, since the very beginning, he doesn't look like a bad guy type of design, to be honest. He had an introduction exactly like Zorro. He had an introduction with animals, exactly like Luffy in the time skip, where he is befriending these giant animals and he doesn't eat them, and he is worried about the animals. He is trying to make a deal with Luffy. I think this kind of thunder, this kind of electrical power that he has thrown with the hammer in the previous episode in 1142 to the city, to the town, where everyone is, I think that has hit some of the monsters already, and we will see that later. At the moment, you don't see a full image of where are all the monsters because I think Oda wants to wait until he's able to showcase a little bit this and reveal the true nature of Loki. That is coming. It's coming soon, because as you can see today in this analysis, and you can see in the episode in 1143, and Loki already revealed, hey brother, I'm good. Okay, don't believe it, what they are saying. Don't listen to them. I thought you wouldn't believe those lies that they are telling about me. I thought you knew me more. All of these things is what he's trying to say. He's trying to say, no one loves me here because I am Oni with the horns, and I am super strong, and I am crazy, and everyone thinks I killed my father. No one believes me. But I thought you, my brother, would believe me. And because you haven't believed me 14 years ago, and you left me on my own, maybe now I'm even a little bit more trickster, a little bit more bad, and a little bit more resented as well towards you, towards Elbaf, towards my town. But superhero feeling, you know, hiding in the shadows, I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna help the town because this is my town, this is my people, and in theory, he is the king. He should be the king because Gerondine is illegitimate, so it's from another woman that wasn't married to the king at the time. So he's supposed to be, he's the Momo of this story, the Momonosuke of this story, and And yeah, I want to know your opinions. I create stories, I make stories, I have a lot of information in many mythical realms, and I read a lot, I watch a lot of movies, I kind of try to learn from history, from mythology, from tales, from fables, and this is a fable, Elbaf, the other way around. So we see all of this information as well coming soon into fruition, and yeah, this is lore about mythology. So we need to actually see how Oda is going to be turning around the whole concept of Norse mythology itself. Okay, and yeah, I think the drawing is looking very nice. I wanted to create this kind of green, yellow, blue mixture, like aquamarine tone, like a little bit of, you know, bottom of the ocean type of tones, bottom of a lake, bottom of something like very deep, very ancient, and something that we are not normally used to see. Probably these colors, or a mix of colors like this, can't be shown in the anime because the anime is more flashy, more flat colors as well, and more kind of yeah, I think flashy will be the word. So maybe they paint him all blue, or they paint him all green, and with some reflections on the hair of maybe yellow like gold, or white like light, for example. It can be something like that. We will have to wait a little bit, because if this has been revealed now in, you know, 1141, 1142, 1143, this character, we will not see this in the anime until like almost in 1 year time or something like that. This is, the timings are crazy. That's why when I see people talking about, oh, should I read the manga, should I read the anime, I recommend always 100% that you guys read the manga first. The manga is the most loyal piece of work in One Piece related. The most loyal piece of work and the most explanation, clearly explanative with what is happening in One Piece, okay? And then you have the anime. The anime, obviously, it's as well canon and everything, apart from the fillers, but Oda is not making that. That is made by Toei, supervised by Oda, obviously, supervised by the producers as well, most probably. But Oda is drawing the manga, and his assistants, supervised by him in the same space, in the same office, are drawing the backgrounds, drawing everything, and then he will check, he will read, and then say, good, send it to print, send it to Shonen Jump to print, it's ready to print, and then they are good to go then. But the anime has a lot of fillers, maybe some of the colors can be wrong. He needs to dictate and say, hey, Toei, please, make this character blue because I need to do this with this color. Make this character red because I need to do that with that other color, okay? That needs to happen anyway, but some of the things in the anime as well may be not 100% accurate, okay? Even if there's a lot of supervision, some things can slip. That's why I always say, read the manga first, read the whole thing. It will take less time to read than to watch all the anime. A lot of people is scared about, oh my god, 1,000+ episodes, oh my god, that is crazy. I don't have the time to do that. We do have the time. You can watch 1 or 2 today, 1 or 2 tomorrow, but slowly to understand everything, to learn about the lore, to learn about the story, to learn about the mangaka, to learn about One Piece, to learn about Luffy and everyone, and to be able to understand what's happening, you need to spend hours like in everything. You want to learn how to play football, and you need to spend hours outside playing football. You want to learn how to play video games, you need to spend hours playing, I don't know, Hogwarts Legacy, Counter-Strike, whatever, Fortnite, whichever game that you're playing. You need time, and for One Piece as well. Someone was asking the other day, oh, I wanna learn about One Piece, all the basic information, like to be able to make theories and everything, but I don't wanna read it. Hey, how are you gonna actually know what shoes is this guy wearing? That is something that you can theorize about, for example, or what type of weapon is this, and what thing is gonna keep doing in the story. If you don't know about him, if you don't know that in that episode he has been doing the dream thing, and another one he's been doing the sleepy thing, in another one he's been, I don't know, falling asleep, in another one he's been falling like this, like Goofy, like being a very goofy character. So if you don't read the manga and you are up to date with the manga, it's very difficult for you to be able to do theories if you want to do theories, or if you want to explain to someone about One Piece, or how can you be a fan of One Piece if you don't read about One Piece? That is the point of the whole being a fan of something, that you are actually interested and you are spending time reading about the story, for example. I know there is a lot of people that we follow many stories, like many mangas or many American stories, comics, graphic novels, books, many different types of things. But all of them, you know, the thing is that you need to spend time with it. Okay, spend time with it. This is looking nice. This is looking very mythical creature and strange and weird. Let's create more lines here and there, everywhere. More lines everywhere. I want to do the face a little bit more dark, maybe, but maybe I'm using already too much dark. I have this scene, no? I always seen of adding too much dark sometimes, but I like it for me. The way I'm drawing and I'm painting these things, I like it for me. I feel comfortable by doing these ones like that. But I recognize that sometimes, like in the one I done the other day with Mr. Kiba, analyzing the previous episode, that one got a little bit too brown, in my opinion. Okay. I think this is looking interesting. Maybe I could give kind of some sort of glare or something like that around him, like he's shiny with blue, like this. And the yellow, a little bit of yellow probably. It can be interesting like this. I think he's gonna be this kind of godly being as well when it's shown. Like, I see him kind of shiny, I don't know why. So I wanna do this kind of energy around him, okay? I don't mind if later, when he is shown in the anime and we see him, he's maybe red, or he's maybe, I don't know, full yellow. Or I don't mind that, even if the drawing is different. The theory and the ideas and the analysis and the comments about him are here anyway, regardless. I can always draw him at some point with another outfit, for example, that is from the original colors, let's say, something like that. It can be nice as well. I am not repeating characters, I would say. This is the 100th video, I would say, or almost the 100th video, the 99 video. So yes, and I don't think I have repeated a character or I may said, for example, I'm talking about Zorro involving Vista, but I have a video about Vista, I have a video about Mihawk, so I'm talking about similar topics or characters that are connected, but not drawing the same character, I would say. I may do some chibis, for example, or some tiny drawings like the Sunny, like you know, some from the Red movie, like we have the mini Blueno or mini Beppo and characters like this that I love. They are very funny, or mini Choppers. I may do some of these even if they are repeated, just for the sake of talking about the concept of chibis and collectibles and why he was like that at that moment in the story. But I'm trying to not repeat, okay? I'm trying to think about different characters that we want to see and I want to talk about, and just try to do like that, okay? And I don't know why I'm making this energy around him. I don't normally do these energies. I think only the big one I done this kind of energy. But he gives me kind of godly vibes, and he gives me like pure being, not a darkness being vibes. So I just, you know, can't wait to see what Oda is gonna do with this guy, because for me, I like it. I like it very much, and I can't wait to see. I can't wait for a reveal. I don't believe this guy is bad. That's what I wanna clarify. So today, just for a quick sum up of everything, we have been analyzing, talking a little bit through 1143. we have talked a little bit about Killingham, about Sommers, about their powers, about how Gunko is behaving very weird, how Gunko's past may be very involved in what is that type of gag, smiling and shining that she was doing, as well how this connection between Jarundine and Loki may be probably the key of the new era of the Giants, and how their the union may be probably, most probably than anything, probably is going to help the alliance, let's say the alliance of Giants and Luffy, pirates and everything, to be able to defeat these bad guys or kick them out. You don't even need to defeat them. I don't want them to be defeated here. I want them to be scary, and for that you need to drive them away. You need to throw them into the Revolutionaries Army's hands, because we want them to fight these guys. This fight is not for Luffy and the guys. I want these guys to be more fearful than more fearsome than the Gurusei themselves, because these are their protectors, their bodyguards, let's call it like that in an easy way. They are their protectors, and it makes sense for me if these are very... It makes sense for me if these guys are very, very, very strong, that we need to struggle. We need to struggle to even kick them out of the scene, okay? I think I'm done with this for today. I'm done. I finished drawing him. We're missing a tiny bit of this collar neck from the other side, 1 and 2 here, and we have this bit of piece here as well. Okay, I think it's kind of finished, I would say. This one is a little bit thicker for the shoe. Yeah, this shiny Killingham is ready to go. Okay, so I think I'm gonna sign. I hope you enjoyed the analysis of 1143, comments about Killingham, comments about Jarundine, about Loki, about Luffy, about everything that is happening at the moment. I can't wait to see more things coming out. I can't wait to see what's gonna happen. I have to confess, everything is being very fast. Everything is happening very, very fast in this saga, in this Elbaf saga. Ragnarok is coming, and I can't wait to see this Titanomachy type of fight with all of us being giants, like Giant Chopper, Giant Robin, Giant Luffy, all of them being giants and representing those monsters, and fighting against these monsters and fighting against these beasts, having to take them out of the situation like we had with the Gurusei in Egghead. And we need a couple of encounters like that for later, to have the world government forces coming all together to fight, and then having a big boom of event in Elbaf, ending up, of course, with the destruction of the tree, the falling of the tree, and as we can see, that the tree is connected to the Sky Islands as well, with the falling of the Sky Islands, and introduction of BB, and the ancient weapons, and everything. Feel free to sail around the channel. There are many One Piece interesting theories about ancient weapons, about what's happening with Zorro, what's happening with Luffy, and many analyses of characters after like around 100 videos of One Piece. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you like this theory and analysis, and I'll see you in the next one. Let's sign. DavidViadel23, DavidViadel23, you can say it as you want, and this is the Mandrago's Cave. I hope you enjoy it, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you very much. Bye.